Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Press Box. Brian Carson here with my co-host Kenny Varner. Kenny B, how you doing?
I am doing great, Brian. How about yourself?
I can't believe I keep saying it because I'm getting older, but time is flying, man. Football season's almost over. Pretty soon we'll be into basketball and wrestling.
And then that'll be just gone like that too. It's you know, this season has been flying so quickly. It's hard to even keep up with it at times.
And you know I am. I'm like I said, I'm getting older and I can tell it's getting close because I started getting cold at night and got to turn my heat on.
Uh, yeah,
But
I
hey,
could.
that is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
I come alive during wrestling season anyway. You know that.
Oh, definitely. That's your time of the year, buddy.
Yep, we got Super 32 coming up here in a couple of weeks, and that's basically the unofficial kickoff of high school. It's down in North Carolina, Greensboro, and the top high school wrestlers in the country go there. The Hidleys were there before, and we had Noah Stewart go down. Hartsock went down. I don't know if we have any of our kids going this year. I know you're probably going to see like Manville State College. Pearson will be there, I'm sure.
And I'm sure probably someone from Bellefonte, one or two from Bellefonte as well, and Bald Eagle. Um,
Yeah, I know. I definitely know Fies there for Bald Eagle.
mhm.
I saw his name down on the Super 32 list, and I think I saw Pearson's, but it'll be fun. But we
Yeah.
got we got a bunch of stuff football. Right now, my friends, this is live streaming, and this happens. Well, it hasn't happened to us yet, but it's happening now. Jesse Nagel, the Bald Eagle area head football coach, is supposed to be on the show tonight, and right now he hasn't gone on. Uh, no sign of him right now. We're hoping he comes on, but I gave him the link to get onto the show, and so far, no Jesse Nagel. So right now, we are guestless, aren't we, Kenny?
Yes, we are, but we're gonna plow through it, and hopefully he joins us. Sometimes coaches like that get stopped by parents, or they get involved in a conversation with the other coaches, and they lose track of time. And that's probably the case on this one. But hopefully he'll join us before we're done here.
Yeah, so we can talk to him about the resurgent Eagles. Well, if he doesn't come on, we'll mention more about him on the high school show tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. But he's really turned Bold Eagle around. They're 4-3 right now, and it's they played some. They had a 7-3 loss to Clearfield. They
Hmm.
had a close one. I think it was 31-29, right, to Montoursville.
Yep, yep, and that was just 2 weeks ago. So yeah, they're better than what their record shows. Definitely. They really turned the corner when they played Penns Valley though. That's when it seemed to all come together for them.
Yeah, and they're 4-1 in the Mountain League, which is second place behind. Well, there's a bunch up Tyrone, Clearfield, Bald Eagle area, but Bald Eagle, like you said before we got on, Bald Eagle beat Tyrone.
Hmm.
Tyrone beat Clearfield. Clearfield beat Bald Eagle.
Nice little circle.
So it's a crazy thing. But right now, I guess the way the tiebreakers or whatever's going, Bald Eagle's in second place in the league, in the Mountain League. Uh, Wanted to give a plug here. Coming soon, thepressboxpa.com. That's our website. It's going to be a companion to our stream here, the Press Box podcast and the Press Box High School Football Show. We are going to, as I lost my train of thought, Kenny, we are going to have this website up, thepressboxpa.com. It's going to be columns, articles, features, live stream stuff. We're going to start doing events. I mentioned that we'll do. I mean, we're going to start out doing some wrestling. I don't know. It's up to Kenny if he wants to do basketball or not. But we're going to do some wrestling for sure, and get into the live stream business. And that won't be streamed on the Central PA Facebook. or YouTube. It'll just be on the pressboxpa.com, and that'll be coming up. Another thing we want to get to take out of the way, some business. If you have any questions, requests for guests, or anything, go to our email that we have. It's the Pressbox 9921, the Pressbox 9921 at gmail.com. The Pressbox 99 at gmail.com. And of course, Kenny, I forgot to do a little banner for that down below. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about the website coming. How about you?
Oh, I'm definitely excited, and another step in giving these kids the acknowledgement that they deserve, and trying to spread, the word out for all these athletes and stuff, and get the fans a little chance to see what they might be otherwise missing, in regular the regular season.
Yeah, and it's going to be, we're going to have, this is going to be columns, features, feature stories, things like that. The game stories will not be on there because you have that. You do that with Central PA Sports and with the hometown sports scene.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be more, human interest stories, columns, what our opinions are about, our thoughts are about sports in Center Mifflin, Juniata counties, and features on athletes, coaches, things like that.
Yeah, right.
And speaking of hometown, how's that going? I know there's been printing shortages. There's everything shortages lately in the economy. But how's the hometown sports scene going?
We're chugging right along. We've had our problems though with some of the printing companies that we've had. They've had shortages of the paper that we use, but luckily so far the delays have only been like a week or so each time. So we still get everything out on time. We usually give ourselves like 2 weeks grace period. So if something would happen like that, we're ready for it. So knock on wood, we've been able to overcome the shortages and are able to get out a magazine.
Cool. If you just tuned in, some people might have. We were supposed to have Jesse Nagel, head football coach at Bald Eagle area, and right now he is not on the stream. I gave him the link to get in, but so far nothing. So we're going to keep chugging along, and hopefully he gets on.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Kenny, sometimes coaches have later practices or they run into something like a parent last minute thing, but we'll wait for him. We'll plow on. We'll talk about other things, and hopefully Mr. Nagel will get on here and we can talk Bald Eagle area football. You do the Burnham Bulldog special needs team. I know you're playing a lot of games. How's that going right now?
Pretty good. We're actually starting to wrap up our season. We had a game tonight before I got on here.
How'd you do?
Yeah, we actually tied tonight. It was a good game. We played the honorary Federation Wrestling or the wrestling organization owned by Matt Silks, local wrestler around here, independent wrestlers.
Okay.
We played them for the second time. We ended up tying them. It was 30, I believe 38-38. Fun game. A lot of fun. Seeing a lot of familiar faces from the first time we played them, and the kids had a ball, and that's what it's all about.
You better believe it. I mean, you've been doing that 15 years, and just tell me what do you get out of it? What do you like about being a part of the Burnham Bulldogs?
Well, it's a lot of things. It's a chance to be able to give these guys a chance to play and to watch these young athletes that may not get a chance to play regular high school ball or even sports in general, and they get a chance to get an outlet to show their skills and their passion for the game, and they are just, it's just like, these kids are so great, so happy. And, they, it's like a big family, you look forward to it. You don't see them for a while. And then when you get back together, it's just like a big family, and it's very close, that you make friendships for life. And a lot of these kids, I call them kids because, they're younger than me, but they're young adults, a lot of them. And, they they give you so much. I'll tell you what, a lot of people should be more like them, because they're always happy. They appreciate things, they care about their other teammates. It's just a great feeling to be there. And, I'm honored, for them to be their coach. They are really great guys and girls.
Yeah, I love that. That's pretty cool. I know I enjoy it whenever I get around them. I've been down there before when you guys playing. You know what you should do? You should start a Burnham Bulldogs wrestling team.
Oh, oh, we have some ones that will definitely join up. That's for sure.
David Fry would.
Oh yeah.
David Fry, baby. What
Have
is
to,
he? He's not the mean machine anymore. What is he?
he is now the legend, the legendary
The
David Fry.
legend. Okay.
I have to
Yeah,
tell
I
you.
agree. Here's Ken Smith with a comment. I heard Noah was paid off by the wrestlers. Probably so. Probably so.
we actually, last weekend, was forced to put on the stripes of the referees, and I had to referee it. So David Fye became the second head coach of the Burnham Bulldogs. He took the reins from me and, did well, got his first win.
I bet you he loved that.
Oh, he was great. He did everything as a coach would, except for yell at his players.
My my favorite Fry story, and you know it, is when you guys did a basketball with it was Nailers, right?
Right, right.
And he was playing these girls that from all over Juniata High School, Lewis, I mean Mifflin County, and all that. And he makes a shot and looks at the girls and goes, "Not tonight, ladies." And he just trash talked the whole
uh,
game.
oh, and he does that constantly every game we play, and it's funny, some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth. Oh
You
my god.
bet. So I got to do a shout out here, Kenny,
Okay.
since we don't have Jesse Nagel on yet. Jenna Slepica, and I hope to God I'm saying her name right. Mifflin County Volleyball. A shout out to her. They are 6-7 on the year, and it might not seem like much, but that is the most wins in program history since Mifflin County became a school. And in the past, they were lucky if they won one game.
Mm-hmm.
And now here they are, 6-7. They're playing tonight with a chance to go 500. I think they're playing Palmyra. And really, just incredible job by her and her staff.
Oh, it is. And they've won more lately. They've really started to heat up lately. I think the last 3 or 4 games, uh 3 out of the 4, I believe they came out with the victory. And I know that they won on Monday. They beat Carlisle 3-1. And they got some good players on that team. They got Gabby Lynch, Dakota Hirschberger. Uh, they beat Carlisle. And Taylor Cease is another one who really rounds out the assists. Riley Hine, very dangerous in front. She had 8 blocks against Carlisle. She's just been very impressive. The whole team has. It's funny how they've come together. And once the kids believe in what they're doing, and the coach, they believe in the coach, anything's possible. And this first year coach has them ready to go, and you got to be very excited about what the future is.
Yeah, it's amazing what can happen, if you get that mindset right and start believing in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You and I've been doing sports, covering sports 30 years, and you've been like 20.
Hmm.
And it's amazing what happens. You'll get a new coach at some place, and he instills a new mindset, and everything just changes.
Hmm.
I was reading just today, as a matter of fact, something that blew my mind. The late Kobe Bryant, right?
Hmm.
Talk about work ethic and belief in himself. This man would not leave the court until he made, are you ready for this? And I don't know who was counting. This is what I read today. He would not leave the court until he made 1,300 shots.
Wow.
Think about that.
Crazy. That's hours worth of
Yeah,
shots.
now, of course, he didn't have a regular job. His job was basketball.
Well,
So he
yeah.
could spend that much time doing it. But even the other NBA players, how many NBA players out there today do you think are shooting 1,300 shots?
Nah, not many. Not
And he
many
had to
anymore.
make them, not just shooting. He had
Mhm.
to make the shots or he wouldn't leave the court.
Wow. That just shows his will to win. Him and Michael Jordan both had that it factor, that determination. They would be sick if they lost. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know, like some of the greats right now. I don't even know, but maybe Steph Curry does
Hmm.
or LeBron, but I don't know. But that's just incredible to me. But that shows you the power of the mind. Like, no athlete. I don't know about you. In my lifetime of covering sport, 30 years around here, I've had three athletes that I can name you that, and not that the other ones were. I hope nobody takes it wrong. I love everybody I've ever been around in this business. The kids, some coaches know. I won't name names,
Hmm.
but the athletes and that. But the three most mentally tough people I ever interviewed were Krista Gingrich and the Hidley brothers.
Hmm.
Though they refused to lose, it would upset them if they lost.
Hmm.
I mean, other kids were just like, okay, it's a loss, whatever. They would be upset. And I don't know if you had anybody to add to that, to those three, but it just goes to show you what you can achieve if you're mentally strong.
Well, I can say one on the coaching level, and that's Kent Hauser.
Oh,
Holy
Kent,
man,
he's,
he's
I
even better.
know.
Than, you know,
And the
he.
thing that's amazing about Ken is he was successful in two different sports,
Hmm.
boys basketball, and then he goes to field hockey.
And dominates. Yeah.
So he's coaching two different sports, male and boys and girls, and is successful in both. But you talk about wanting to win. He was up when Lewistown used to have their old holiday tournament basketball. He brought Greenwood up and they're losing. And honest to God, he literally was turning purple.
Wow.
His face was turning purple. And I said to him, and he laughed about it. I said to him, I said, my God, Ken, you got to watch out, man. You're going to bust a blood vessel. He just hated to lose.
Hmm.
But hey, so tell me, you cover up in Center County. I don't. But give me a rundown of some of the things that are going up there in Center County.
Okay, we can start out with the maybe with the boys soccer up there. Right now, Belfont is one of the higher seeds in the Mountain League. They're having a very nice year. Um, so are the Penns Valley boys and Bald Eagle boys. Bald Eagle's very young. Penns Valley is an up and coming team. Um, but they're up the upper echelon of the Mountain League. A lot of veteran coaches. Um, they're doing really well. Now Phillipsburg has been a newcomer. They haven't had a very good program statistically until this year. They started to put things together. I believe there's a new coach there, and State College is year in year out. They're pretty much at the top of their game. The boys are having another good season. They play in a very tough mountain league, but they just actually won a good game over here over the weekend. And I forget who they played. I think it was Chambersburg, and it was a 2-0 contest. So they're getting ready, all ready for the postseason. I believe they're going to be wrapping up here probably next week. I think they've got 3 games yet to go for all those teams. So we'll be seeing a lot of postseason action from a majority, if not pretty much all the center county teams. So now
All right.
now on the girls' side for the center county, it's pretty much Clearfield is the top dog this year, and there's like a battle for second and third, fourth place. Right now, third place is Bald Eagle and Penns Valley, and the two just met here yesterday and put on a great display. Ended up in a tie, 2-2. It was a double overtime thriller. So they're gearing up as well. And Penns Valley has a new coach this year, and his coach Herman took over the helm, and the kids are playing very hard and very tough for them. They're in fourth place in the Mountain League. Another strong case for Phillipsburg coming up. Bald Eagle, coached by Jared Moore. He has a bunch of young kids on that squad. They're finally getting it turned around. They're now currently third place in the Mountain League. And Bellefonte lost a lot of good players from last year and not doing so well in the wins and loss department. But every time they play the teams close. So that's pretty much it for soccer up that way. Volleyball, they're led by Phillipsburg's leading the way. I believe maybe they had one loss. If they did, it was to Tyrone. Tyrone and Phillipsburg seem to be the two that are battling out for the Mountain League title this year. Bald Eagle lost its coach, Larry Campbell. He retired after a very successful run and a state championship. The girls, they're still battling for their new coach, but the wins haven't come as frequent as they would have liked, being a Bald Eagle team. Bellefonte is one of those teams that have started to get a little bit better, a little over 500, looking to make another postseason run and maybe a shot at another District 6 championship. And Penns Valley, they're a very stingy team. I think they're third in the Mountain League right now. They just knocked off Tyrone in a 5-set thriller. So a lot of good competition up there with volleyball as well.
Yeah, I was down in Mechanicsburg when Bald Eagle won their state title. I was covering Northern Cambria for the Altoona Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
They play it. I don't. Do they still play it at Cumberland Valley High School, the state championships,
I think they.
or did they move them?
Oh man, I see. I was at the districts, and that's in Altoona. States, I believe. Yeah, it's Cumberland Valley. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually there when they won it. And was able to.
Tell me that ain't a gym.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like Jed Donahue used to say, the University of Cumberland Valley. Yeah, beautiful gym in Northern Cambria. I was fortunate enough to go down all that way, and they were state champions. Both times I covered them, they won the state title.
Oh, they were probably glad to see you covering them then.
Oh yeah, I was their lucky charm. That and I agreed to it because the Tip Top Diner down there is really excellent.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you get down there ever again. It's right up the street from Cumberland Valley High School, the Tip Top Diner. Yeah,
Okay,
really
I
good.
have to check that out. I usually
Really
do.
good. A lot of
Nice.
times, me and Matt Stricker, who is, I think he shot for you before, hadn't he?
Yes. Yep.
Matt Stricker and I were
Yeah.
down there covering it, and we'd go to the tip top after the
Nice.
volleyball. But one thing I got to bring up, since if you just tuned in once again for everybody who just got on the stream, we were supposed to have Jesse Nagel, the Bald Eagle area football coach, and he's not on. I gave him the link at 7 o'clock to come on. I told him we go on at 7:30, but so far he's a no-show. But hey, we have a show to do. We're going to plow through it. We're going to talk about different things, and that's it. And next week, Mr. Trent Hidley, which I think is amazing for our area, is going to Spain for the under 23 World Championships. That's October 22nd and 23rd, Saturday and Sunday. And he's going to wrestle in 86 kilograms for the under 23 World Championship. Could you imagine, Mr. Borner, if somebody from our area, Lewistown, Pennsylvania, would come home with a world championship?
Oh, and they better throw a freaking parade too, because
Better.
oh my,
Absolutely.
the Hidley brothers have been incredible. It just seems like they record after record, game or match after match, they take another step up in the ladder, and it's like, they're incredible athletes, and incredible kids, very or kids, adults.
They are kids to us, Kenny. We're
Yeah,
old.
yeah, that's true. But they're class acts too, and good. You'd like to see good things happen to good people, and with, like you said, about their work ethic, and Trent's work ethic. Uh, Boy, I wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise me if he would come home with a medal.
Yeah, the team over there to beat though actually isn't us. It's the Iranians.
Mm,
They're loaded. That's their national sport. Iran wrestling.
wow.
Yeah, um, they're a big challenge to us in the. We dominated the senior world championships because of the Ukraine stuff. They wouldn't let Russia in.
Mm.
Russia is the number one team in the world. But oops, I put up that. Sorry, people. But in the juniors, which is like this under 23, uh, it's Iran. But I think if Trent is on his game, he can beat anybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
He's
agree.
he's proven that. Look at his matches with Aaron Brooks at NCAAs. I mean, a point, and I think the other one was 1 or 2 points. So he's right there when Brooks is a two-time national champ or three. I mean, two. He's
Two.
right there with Aaron Brooks, so he can bring home a world title. And what I think's pretty cool was Hayden is with him. Hayden's a coach now at NC State. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Yeah, and
And it's kind of cool that he's taken. Hayden's going over to be one of his coaches there in Spain at the Worlds. The only thing that pisses me off is Trent wouldn't invite me to go to Spain with him. I mean, come on. There's worse things to do than to spend your October in Spain.
yeah.
The climate's going to be great. The food's going to be great. But I'm
And you'll
sure
watch
he's not thinking about that. That's why he has a chance to win the world championship. And my only chance is maybe to win the hot dog eating contest. But it is something. And if he could bring home a world title, that would be fantastic.
and
Don't you agree?
definitely well deserved too. Yes.
Okay, we're going to try to stay away from high school football because I'm going to bring this up. We have the Press Box High School football show every Thursday at 5 o'clock. That's tomorrow. We will go over the week 6 and week 7, wasn't it? Yeah, we're on week 8. My Lord.
Yeah.
And we'll go on and preview week 8 with the Center County Schools, Mifflin County, Juniata. That's the Press Box High School Football Show every Thursday at 5 p.m. Well, we'll keep this going for as long as we can. We're
Yeah.
doing this on the fly because it looks like Jesse Nagel isn't coming
Mm.
for Bald
Well,
Eagle area, the head football coach.
well,
I understand. I understand that things happen, but I do wish he would have sent me a message saying I can't come.
yeah.
But
Well, if we're speaking of football, there was something announced today that our listeners might be interested in hearing. Um, the Central Keystone Football and Cheer League is going to have their bowl games officially now. It's been slated for November 5th and 6th at Mitchell Field. Right now, there's not any schedule yet for who's playing who or what times are going, but it was just announced today. So, football fans, watch the future of Mifflin County and Juniata County sports. Come on over to Mitchell Field, and it's a great weekend. I'm there every weekend that they have it, and it goes by real quick.
how does their playoff work? Because everybody's in the same division, and there's only 6 teams. Is it the top two?
Yeah, what they do is they have the 1 and 2 seed play each other, and 3, 4, and so on and so forth. And they have the different level bowls accordingly. So
Gotcha. Well, we had Rob Bay on last week from Derry Decatur to
mhm.
talk about the league. Eric Speck tried to come on. He kept going in and out. His connection was bad. So even with the internet that we have today, there's still sometimes where you run into a bad connection. But you're right. You played Pee Wee and midget football. I played Pee Wee and midget football. It's just a rite of passage, I think, for young people. They should do it. I don't know how the numbers are anymore, but it was pretty good when I was a kid. But who
Yeah.
knows today with video games, smartphones, and all that stuff.
Well, and we didn't have soccer either. Soccer and uh, different running, cross country. That's starting to be a little more popular now. It's starting to pick up kids. So there's a lot more out there than what there was when we went, but there's still a significant amount of players coming out, boys and girls. I've seen a lot of girl players come up through, and they hit just as hard, if not harder, than some of the boys. So, uh, it's not just a boy sport anymore. It's a little bit across the board.
I know Anthony Everly coaches that Burnham Bulldogs, and he's recruiting.
Yeah,
That's a joke. That's a joke on Anthony.
he gets the best out of his kids year in and year out. That's for sure. There you almost see them in the Super Bowl portion of it, and it's very very often that they come off with a win as well.
All right, let's get to it. College football, the biggie, Penn State, Michigan,
Okay, well,
and that's at Nittany Lionville, right? Happy Valley.
no, that's on the road. That is at
Oh,
it.
okay. So that's in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting game. It depends on what team Penn State shows up with. If Clifford comes out and can not get hurt, you know, um, the longer the Nittany Lions can stay in the game, the better off they'll be. But Michigan's tough. They always play Penn State tough as well. I don't like Jim Harbaugh. Never did. Um, so anytime that Penn State can beat up on them or come out with a win, it's always a nice day. It's always worth celebrating.
I think it's a tale of, I think, my own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think both teams are ranked too high. I do. I don't think Penn State is, what are they, number 10?
Yeah, they just Yeah, came in the top 10.
I
Yep.
don't. I don't think Penn State's number 10. I definitely. I definitely don't think Michigan's a number 4 team. This year, Michigan, no matter what, they have McNamara, but they're going to try. They have to run the ball to win.
Hmm.
That's my opinion. Michigan is a running team. McNamara is okay, but nothing like fantastic. You know,
Right. Well,
Penn State does have their 2 freshmen are
mhm.
really, really, really uh, good. I mean, Nick Singleton and the other kid's name's escaping me. Do you remember his name?
No, I'm drawing a
The
blank.
freshman. The freshman. If somebody knows, text me. Leave a comment. I don't remember. But
Yeah.
I covered Singleton.
Did you?
Yeah. Uh, and when they played Mifflin County,
Oh, wow.
and you just knew that he was something special. But in this series, Michigan leads all time 15-10, and I believe the last 14 is a 7-7, a split. But I know Penn State has had problems winning in Michigan, in Ann Arbor. They have.
Right.
I agree with you. It comes down to, I think it's going to come down to who can run the ball and limit the turnovers and the mistakes, penalties, and things like that.
Hmm.
Uh, I do think Penn State has better balance between the run and the pass.
Hmm. Most definitely.
Michigan has a really good defense. Penn State has a nice secondary. That's why I think Michigan's going to try to establish it. They're going to try to establish the run because they don't want to throw on that secondary. And Penn State has to stop the run. If they can, they'll win. If not, they're going to lose.
Yeah. I agree. But
Who are you
we're
going with? Who are you going
I
with?
I'm gonna go. I got to go with my heart. I'm gonna go with Penn State. It's gonna be like a 42-40 contest, in my opinion.
Wow, you're going to think a lot of scoring.
I think it's gonna be a lot of scoring. Yeah, might be a
Okay,
trap.
that's interesting. I think it's going to be low scoring. I'm going 17-14 Michigan.
Oh, defensive battle. I like it.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go with Michigan, not because I think they're so superior to Penn State, but it's home.
Hmm.
I'll go with the home team in a big match. And there's going to be 105,000 there.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be wild, and I doubt Michigan's going to let Penn State fans have a lot of tickets.
No, I'm sure that's gonna be mostly maize and blue.
Yep, but I think it's going to be a good game. I
Mm.
really do. Uh,
Well,
my UCLA Bruins.
I was gonna say, what? How about what a game they played against Utah.
What a shock! My UCLA Bruins are ranked 11th in the country and have their first 6-0 start since 2005.
Wow.
And they're averaging 41 points a game.
Hmm.
You know what'll happen as soon as they. Well, no, I said they could as soon as they face a good team, but they beaten Washington and Utah back to back.
Right.
Alabama had a toughie against Texas A&M.
I called the upset, but it's like, dang it! I thought I was so close with the. Got it down to the 2-yard line. I thought, oh boy, I picked this, and of course, Alabama got the big play.
Yeah. Now's the time to try to get Alabama with Bryce Young out.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think what I don't like is how the polls now. If somebody has a bad game, and it could be against a tough team, but if they have a close game and another team blows somebody out, they jump them over the team that had a close game. Well, it just might have been that there was a better opponent they were facing.
Right. Well, that happened to Alabama. They were ranked number 1, and they
They're
barely got
number
past.
3 now. They jumped Georgia and Ohio State over them. And it's not that I'm an Alabama fan. I'm not. But if
Right.
you're undefeated and number 1, there's no way anybody should jump over you.
Mm-hmm.
No way. Until you freaking lose.
Exactly.
But my Bruins have a bye week, and then they get the Ducks of Oregon, which is going to be, honestly, you never know about upsets, but if they can get past Oregon, they're going to be undefeated until they get to USC.
So Chip Kelly gets to go against his former team. How do you think he's going to prepare
Well,
for
it's
that?
hard to. It's up in Autzen Stadium, and it's hard to win there. But this isn't the old Oregon type team with Chip Kelly. They're okay, but I think the Bruins can win it. The problem with UCLA is the defense. We gave up. Well, the one was a pick 6, but 32 points to Utah. UCLA has to score 30, 40 points or they're not going to win. That's not going to happen all the time.
Right.
But USC disgusts me. They are slime. They're that green mossy crap on rocks. Them in Notre Dame. I hope Kevin Kodish is listening. Notre Dame sucks. You fell when you're bragging about beating who they beat, BYU?
Yeah.
You beat BYU and you're bragging about it. Please.
I'm going to plead the 5th because my daughter is a diehard Notre Dame fan. So
well, then get her out of it.
Well, I can't. But she's got bad taste in football.
It's your job to get her out of it.
I think she's too far gone for that.
I keep repeating this. I'm going to do it again. If you just tuned in late, Jesse Nagel of Bald Eagle area, the football coach, was supposed to be here, and he didn't show up and decided not to let us know about it. So we're just riffing here. We didn't have this plan, but looking at the top 25 schedule, as they say, Georgia's getting Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is better than people think. But listen to these games we got this week in college football. Number 4, Michigan. Number 10, Penn State. Number 3, Alabama. Number 6, Tennessee. Tell me about it. Number 15, NC State. Number 18, Syracuse. James Madison is ranked, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 16, Mississippi State. Number 22, Kentucky. Number 7, USC. Number 20, Utah. In Utah. I think USC's falling in that one.
Yeah, I think so too, because
they have Caleb Williams, Jordan Addison, who they paid millions to get. The NLI, I hate that stuff. The transfer portal is the worst thing to happen to college football because now it's free agency in college football, which is supposed to be amateur. You can pay guys. USC paid Jordan Addison $1 million to leave Pitt.
I can believe that.
This is a horrible thing that happened. It's going to kill college sports. It really is. Because only your big power teams are going to, with the money, are going to get everybody.
Right.
So, but occasionally you got a James Madison sneak in. But I think USC is going to win that game. I do. I mean, yeah, Utah. Sorry.
Yeah, I believe you're going to win that too, especially coming off a loss to UCLA like that. They're going to be
their defense is pretty good, and UCLA scored 42. They're embarrassed. And also USC, yes, they have Caleb Williams, Jordan Addison. Their defense is actually bad. I've watched them. Their defense is not that great. So there you go. Pro football. Kenny.
Yes.
What the hell's happening to my Rams?
I tell you what, your quarterback
2-3, buddy. 2-3. And poor Matthew Stafford has been sacked 21 times in 5 games.
That's just crazy.
I didn't know Andrew Whitworth meant that much to the team because he retired and we lost Austin Corbett to the Panthers. And that's the problem right now. The UCLA, the Rams offensive line is a joke right now. We can't run. He can't pass really because as soon as he drops back, he's destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons I hate Penn State, Allen Robinson has been, and I'm going to swear, a piece of shit for the Rams. The Rams spent $18 million for him, and he's crap.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh my God, what do you think the poor Steeler fans are thinking right now? Like you.
I'll tell you what, we're thinking we're back in the 70s again before Terry Bradshaw and the Steel Curtain came around. Oh my gosh.
I mean, you knew Buffalo was going to win because they're a better team this year.
Right.
But my Lord, that was a spanking.
Oh, and Kenny Pickett though had some respectable stats, but when you're falling behind, you're gonna have good stats passing.
So what do you think of him? What do you think of Kenny Pickett?
I like him. I like his moxie. I like how he doesn't seem to be affected by, he doesn't get too high or too low. He's just he's going to be a very good emotional leader. It just sucks that he has I guess that's over the NFL for most of the team is they have bad offensive lines,
Well, your Steelers had the same problem as I did. You're paying money to a piece of crap named Chase Claypool.
Yeah, he just disappeared, didn't he?
Didn't he? He's gone. He's gone from that offense.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Pickens kid.
Oh, yeah.
As you know, I play fantasy DFS on DraftKings, and he was on my team this week.
Well, to me, he has the best play of the whole NFL season. The one where he caught it with one hand.
Oh my God!
Like, spread out like he was sleeping, laying there on
that
his back.
Catch, yeah, that catch was crazy, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. So they got to get some line, and I don't know what happened to the running game. It just is totally. Well, I guess if you have a bad line, you're not going to get the running game.
There you go. Rams have a bad line this year, and we can't run the football.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the Steelers are doing. The Rams are only averaging 2.5 yards a carry. You're not going to win doing that.
No.
And another thing we're going to talk about, we're going to save that for the high school football show, but we're going to mention it briefly. This Saturday is the biggie in football in our area. Number 4 State College against number 6 Harrisburg. Woo!
Tell you what, that is definitely your prime time special of the weekend. My gosh, that's better than some of your college games.
Oh yeah, and it's like not only these guys. I don't know how the brackets are going to work out. But they not only is this for the Mid-Penn Commonwealth, but these guys could actually meet in the West Final to go, which would be the semifinals of state.
So this could be like part 1 of a 2-game saga.
Yes, because if you look at the rankings in the West, State College they're ranked 4th in the state, but they're the number 1 team in the West. Because your top 3 teams, St. Joe's Prep, Garnet Valley, and Coatesville, are all in the East. A District 12 and 2 District 1s. The top 2 teams in the West are State College and Harrisburg. They could meet. I mean, you always have to worry about, like, North Allegheny is pretty decent. North Allegheny is pretty decent. So is Central York and Cumberland Valley. But this could not only be, well, this will be for the Mid-Penn Commonwealth, but it could be a preview of the West Finals. Exciting.
It is. It is.
And we'll make an announcement if we do. We may stream that. We may live stream that game.
Oh,
We're
that.
working. We're working on it.
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be cool?
It would be. It would be.
Broadcast the State College game. Who do you got Friday?
I am heading up to Clearfield to watch Clearfield go against Bellefonte.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bellefonte Red Raider fans.
I'll be
Ooh.
doing
That one could be ugly, Kenny.
Yeah, I know. I promised Lockhaven Express I'd go up and cover it for them. They didn't have anybody to do it, so I volunteered.
That's good. I'm doing it too, Stringing. I'm covering Mifflin County and Hershey for the Sentinel.
Now, hopefully
Which
that'll.
Mifflin County's reeling. Mifflin County's reeling right now. They've lost 2 in a row, and they lost. Well, they had a toughie with Cedar Cliff, and then lost it in the fourth quarter. But against Milton Hershey, it was all Milton Hershey right from the start.
Right.
You covered that game, and
Yeah,
you could touch on it briefly because we're going to go into more detail tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, they got a quick start out on the Huskies, and the Huskies did battle back to take the lead, but then their running game and their passing game, they just totally ran through our line in the first half, and our guys were just a little bit shorter and couldn't get up the height that the receivers had for Milton Hershey. They were able to outleap our guys. So the Huskies battled back. They got it within 8, and then Cedar Cliff got the momentum late and were able to take the win. But they got Hershey this weekend, and hopefully, they can get things going.
Yeah, they need one more. They need one more win to qualify for the District 6 playoffs, which they'll get Altoona again, who won 38-0. But that was early in the season, third game. State College is the definite number 1 seed.
Most definitely, yeah.
And they will meet the winner of Altoona Mifflin County if Mifflin County can qualify.
Mm-hmm.
They have to get a win here in their last 3. They need 1 out of their last 3, 1 out of their last 2, because even if Mifflin County people get mad at me, they're not beating McDevitt. They are not beating McDevitt. It won't even be close.
Well, if you look at Bishop McDevitt's scores, especially last week's against Hershey.
Last week, yeah, they beat Hershey, who we're going to play, who Mifflin County is going to play this week, 72-0. 72-0. And Hershey's not bad. They beat Cedar Cliff and Milton Hershey.
So that definitely shows Bishop McDevitt is definitely the class act.
I do have a cool announcement for the people listening on the show. Our October 26th, in 2 weeks, or on Wednesday, October 26th, the press box, we are going to have on Mifflin County Hall of Famer, newly inducted into the Mifflin County Hall of Fame, the first 2-time state champion in county history, Joe Heller of Chief Logan, will be on the show. He lives up in the Wilkes-Barre area now, and we coordinated it, and he's going to be on 2 weeks from now. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got the chance to see him at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and what a class act. What a great guy. Very good speaker. And running down his list of accomplishments, it's incredible. First 2-time state champ in Mifflin County, and it was, like I said, it was an honor to watch him get inducted in, and he was a very classy guy.
Yeah, he was. And we're working on T-shirts, aren't we, Kenny?
Yes, we are. Yep.
The press box T-shirts, and we might give one away in 2 weeks from now. We're going to ask a trivia question. Kenny already knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to ask a trivia question, and who we'll pick out whoever can answer it first, or maybe we'll just pick a random number, the fifth one to comment. We'll win it. We'll win the shirt, the press box T-shirt.
The official shirt.
We're getting our own bling, Kenny.
That's right. Hey, can't beat that.
Hell no. But yeah, so we made the show work, even though Mr. Nagel did not come on.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it's there's always things to talk about. We got into a little college and pro, which we usually don't do, but you had to make the hour go somehow. Next week, we're trying to work on, I think didn't you say Kurt Kondo?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him on.
The Juniata head football coach, maybe on next week. If not, we'll announce who will be on the press box. But as I said, we'll let you know tomorrow. Though want you to join us for the Press Box High School football show Thursday at 5:00. We'll talk about week 6. No, I'm confused. Week 7. I'm sorry. We'll we'll run down week 7 and then preview week 8 of the schools in Mifflin, Juniata, and Center counties. And then we may stream, we'll announce that if we're going to do it. We may stream the Harrisburg State College football game, the Biggie. And that's down in Harrisburg Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. And if we do it, we'll be on the air about 12:45 for a little pregame show. And we're going to try to make that happen. No promises, but we'll try.
Yeah, we'll do our best on that one. That's going to be awesome if we do.
Yeah. All right. That's going to about wrap up the press box tonight. We thank you for listening. Sorry about our guest being a no-show, but that happens. This is a live stream, and you got to go on. All right, Kenny, any final parting words?
Just one public announcement for people, too, as well. At the Mifflin County Middle School this weekend on Saturday, the Central Keystone Cheer and Football League will be having the cheerleaders competition. It starts at 9:30. The doors will open, and if you know anybody that is in the cheerleading, come go see them and support them. These girls work hard all year. They support the football team. Now, if people can go and support them in their competition, that would be awesome.
Where's that at again?
That is at the Mifflin County Middle School. And for those, I believe that's the old Lewistown High School.
Yeah. And what time?
And it's the gates open at 9:30. I guess they're not gates. I guess they're doors. But
yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever. They know what you meant, Kenny.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, next week I'm going to have whoever our guest is. We hope he shows up, and I'm also going to have a preview of Super 32 wrestling. Just a little rundown of some of the great kids are going to be there, especially from the Keystone State. Bishop McCourt, who recruited everybody, but still, they got a heck of a team with Bo Bassett and Jax Forrest. Did you ever hear of Jax Forrest, Kenny?
No, I can't say that I
Oh,
have.
my Lord, he's a stud. We'll talk about him next week a little bit.
All right.
All right, we thank you for listening, everybody. That's going to about wrap it up for the press box. Any final words, Kenny?
Just good night, everybody, and thanks for listening. And I hope you tune in next time.
All right. This has been the press box. We appreciate you listening. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow for the high school football show.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.